Now at 6 o'clock, we're tracking the tropics. Within the last 2 hours, Tropical Depression 2 has now turned into Tropical Storm Bonnie. We have team coverage from the First Warned Storm Center and the coast as we track the storm as it moves closer here to the Carolinas. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for NBC Charlotte News at 6 o'clock. I'm Beth Troutman, and turning now to a live look at that coast as Tropical Storm Bonnie churns out in the Atlantic. The storm already churning up some waves and bringing in rain for folks who are out there at Myrtle Beach. It doesn't look like a lovely day out there. Our team coverage begins with meteorologist Sarah Fortner, who is tracking the storm's path in the First Warned Storm Center. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, yeah, things finally came to fruition as we were expecting this to become Tropical Storm Bonnie. It's what we're dealing with tonight. Wind is a sustained 40 miles per hour with this system. Movement towards the north and west at 10 miles per hour. So that's what's new. But you know what isn't new? The forecast. I'm not really changing much. Everything's kind of going as we expected. A tropical storm warning in effect for the South Carolina coast. Charleston getting some rain right now, that's for sure. But look, you're going to have like a little dry slab right here moving into the coast before you know it. Now in our area, we've got temperatures in the 80s. It was actually a pleasant day. Starting to see some cloud cover roll in though with this system. So talking about the track coming up in your full check of weather. But earlier today, Brad Panovich was out in Charleston and he's going to have us an update here.
Hey everyone, this is First Warned Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich in a downpour in Charleston, South Carolina. Tropical Depression number 2 is just offshore out here outside of Charleston Harbor. You can see the waves aren't too bad yet. Earlier today, though, I was down at Folly Beach. The waves were really picking up there. Waves were cresting anywhere from 3 to as much as 6 feet. Huge undertow and rip currents. All the lifeguards were keeping people out of the water. The real story with this tropical depression, soon to be Tropical Storm Bonnie, later this evening, is going to be the rain. And that's what you see right now in the battery here in Charleston, South Carolina. Heavy downpours, possibly some flash flooding, especially when high tide comes in later this evening. For now, live from Charleston, South Carolina, I'm Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Brad. Now, whether you're staying here in the Queen City or heading to the mountains or even headed to the beach, make sure you download the Charlotte Weathercaster app. It will give you live forecasts for your exact location, no matter where you are, and it's free to download in your app store. Right now, new at 6 o'clock, NBC Charlotte has just learned that a former CMPD officer who was accused of shooting and killing an unarmed black man has a clean record now. Randall Carrick was charged with manslaughter in the 2013 death of Jonathan Farrell, but the case was ruled a mistrial last summer. Nearly a year later, Carrick's attorney tells us all evidence of the incident, including charges and any jail time, they have been taken off of his record. Also new at 6 o'clock, 2 more people are facing charges in a shooting that has left a 4-year-old in Shelby in the hospital. On Friday, police arrested 23-year-old Robert Lee Strong III and 26-year-old Lance Neach Jackson in connection to Monday's shooting. 4-year-old Ariana Odom was in the hospital on Tom Street in Shelby when the drive-by shooting happened. Several homes were hit during the shooting before the suspect drove off. In all, 6 people have been arrested as a result of this investigation. And it was nothing but fun in the sun for hundreds out at Ramsey Creek Beach today, the brand new beach here in the Charlotte area, Charlotte's first beach since the 1970s. And that's where we find NBC Charlotte's Xavier Walton. Xavier, not a bad assignment for the day.
That's right, Beth. Not bad at all. Got the top button loosened, tie loosened a little bit. I actually took off my dress socks, took off my dress shoes, threw them away. Well, they're just over there. But seriously, since about 10 o'clock this morning, people have been filing in, and they're still filing in because it has been just about a picture-perfect day here at the beach.
That's the sound of sand at the first beach in Mecklenburg County since the 70s. The long wait is finally over.
I haven't been to the beach since 1978. It's been a long time since I've been to the beach.
I've been looking for one for years just to get the kids out into the fresh air. And unfortunately, we don't own a lake house.
Hi.
Size isn't everything. The beach is only about 1/3 of an acre. It accommodates about 500 people, but beachgoers here say it's a perfect fit.
It's been perfect.
It's actually really nice, and it's really warm today, so it makes it like a plus.
Yeah, the water's the perfect temperature today.
It's cool.
Of course, there are lifeguards to protect those taking a dip. However, beach rules don't allow large pop-up tents. Instead, umbrellas are suggested. Still, people are raving about this little slice of paradise.
I got my grands here with me. I got my daughter here. So, hey, I'm great.
It's really nice to be here.
I like the accessibility. I like the fresh air. I love how you can just sit here with your family and it's inexpensive.
So just a side note before I send it back to you guys, parking is $3 if you are a Mecklenburg County resident. It's $5 if you are not. Now this place fits about 500 people, but the city says that there are only about 130 parking spaces up here in this lot, so they recommend actually carpooling to the beach. Live at the beach, Xavier Walton, NBC Charlotte.
Looks like a good time out there. You need to take off that tie, put on the swim trunks, and just catch some rays, Xavier. Well, maybe wait until you're not on camera. Thanks so much. He's having too much fun out there. It's a big weekend of racing at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and that's where we find our Kelsey Riggs. Just one race left. The Xfinity race just wrapped up a short time ago. Kelsey Riggs is there. We want to know who's in victory lane. You have a fun assignment today, too.
I do have a fun assignment, Beth. It has been fun out here, and actually it took us a little while to get to this winner. There were so many cautions early, a late caution as well, but Denny Hamlin survived it all, and he went straight to victory lane and won this Hisense 300. Now let me show you how it happened just this last lap. This is where it really got exciting. Came down to that last lap after there was a caution on lap 199 out of 200. So it all came down to this restart. Denny Hamlin, the number 18, had 4 fresh tires, and they led him straight to victory lane. He wins the Hisense 300, and pretty lucky for him, he was also driving the Hisense car, so a big weekend for them. Coming up a little later in sports, you'll hear from Denny Hamlin, and I'll break down this race, show you how it all happened. Beth, back to you.
Thanks so much, Kelsey. We'll check in with you in just a few. Now, here at NBC Charlotte, we are on the road to a better community. We have partnered with Gastonia Nissan to bring you stories about the good things happening in our area. And all weekend, we're paying tribute to the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. NBC Charlotte's Tanya Mendez reports on the mobile 9/11 memorial.
September 11th, it's a day we will never forget. And now, in time for Memorial Day weekend, a special tribute is rolling into Gastonia, sharing the stories of the bravery and the sacrifice. On September 11th, when many others were running away, Stephen Siller strapped on his fire gear and ran through the tunnels straight to the chaos at the Twin Towers, ready to lend a hand any way he could. It would be a hero's last run.
He started to direct people out. Unfortunately, the building collapsed while he was in there and died.
Richard Murray was a fellow New York City firefighter who shared a fire hall with Siller's company.
Fortunately, I'm still here to tell my story.
On September 11th, he was behind the wheel of his rig, heading straight toward the towers.
When I came out the door, I decided that maybe it would be better to go to the South Tower.
That decision saved his life.
All of a sudden, the skin of the building started to slide off of the North Tower.
Murray ran for his life and hid under a tractor trailer.
It was really looked like the end. I thought, when is the building going to hit us?
Murray knew that building better than most. When he was just 19, he helped paint the sides as it was going up. Years later, he was there to watch it fall. But that tower he helped build collapsed straight down, not out. Murray and his team survived.
And I want everyone to remember all these people forever.
It's impossible to forget the stories of Murray's survival, Siller's sacrifice, and the 3,000 other people who perished in the attacks that day. And to make sure, this high-tech 53-foot mobile museum is crisscrossing the country. This weekend, it's Gastonia's turn to pay tribute.
I just can't imagine what it felt like for all the people that were in there and just all the firefighters. My husband's a firefighter, and just knowing that you go to work to help people and not come home.
Murray knows all too well what that feels like. Now, making sure their memory lives on. Tanya Mendez, NBC Charlotte.
It's a beautiful memorial. Be sure to head out to Eastridge Mall in Gastonia to check out this free exhibit. It is free. It's from 10 to 4 today through Monday. This event is the first in our Road to a Better Community series, brought to you again by Gastonia Nissan. Just head to WCNC.com/R2BC for more information and share your story and your event ideas with us by using the hashtag WCNC R2BC online.
Coming up in your forecast, we've got to talk about Tropical Storm Bonnie and how it's impacting the Carolinas.
And federal investigators still trying to figure out what caused a plane to crash in New York City, killing the pilot. And with concerns over Zika growing, a major health organization is responding to officials looking to move the Olympics out of Rio. That story next. Stay with us.
At Dutch Miller Kia of Charlotte on South Boulevard, you can get a brand new 2016 Kia Sorento starting at just $249 a month with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's like we're giving you an offer you can't refuse.
Start living the good life with Carolina Golf Carts. Right now, 0% financing on all new EasyGo vehicles. Call this number or go to carolinagolfcarts.com, the area's only EasyGo factory authorized dealer, and start living today.
Right. Over the years, I've worn a lot of different hats. I've taught for 40 years, fought for improvements. In the legislature, I fought to raise North Carolina's minimum wage. And I've been taking these fights to Congress, protecting Social Security, fighting for stronger schools, and even a higher minimum wage. And when I'm fighting against Donald Trump and those Republicans, there's a hat for that too. I'm Alma Adams, and I approve this message. And so do we.
Every Hyundai dealer, every Hyundai in stock. One mega Memorial Day sale. All month long, your Hyundai dealers are giving you countless ways to save. Plus, America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. That's 5 years longer than the competition. During Hyundai's mega Memorial Day sale, get our best deals of the year. Make no monthly payments for 6 months on the 2017 Elantra and 2016 Sonata. Plus, we salute those who serve with an additional $1,000 military coupon at your local Hyundai dealer.
What is Huntington Learning Center?
It's the I've Got This Center. It's the Handing in Homework on Time Center.
It's the Studying Without a Fight Center.
It's the Hello Honor Roll Center. It's the I Know the Answer Center.
It's the Ready for the SAT
and ACT Center.
Huntington Learning Center, improving grades, test scores, and confidence since 1977. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Personalized attention, proven results.
There's only one place to buy your new Jeep, Lake Norman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your Jeep command post. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself during the Drive and Discover event. LakeNormanChrysler.com.
When we stopped selling the cheeseburger pizza, boy, did I hear about it. And Big Bill 7 writes, "Are you kidding me? No more cheeseburgers on a pizza? Are you kidding me?" They're back, Big Bill, with bacon.
Are you kidding me?
Papa's Bacon Cheeseburger Pizza is back. Piled high with hickory smoked bacon, dill pickles, and zesty burger sauce. And try our new Mushroom Swiss Burger Pizza, just $10 each for a large.
PapaJohns.com. At Dutch Miller Kia of Charlotte on South Boulevard, you can get a brand new 2016 Kia Sorento starting at just $249 a month with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's like we're giving you an offer you can't refuse.
We're getting in new video as recovery crews pulled a vintage World War II plane from the Hudson River today following Friday's deadly crash. The P-47 Thunderbolt went down in the river between New York and New Jersey during a promotional flight, and this crash actually killed the pilot. The pilot, 56-year-old William Gordon, was a veteran airshow pilot with more than 25 years of experience. A witness reported seeing smoke coming from the plane before it hit the water.
The pilot come up, but then all of a sudden, as the plane went down, he never came up.
We saw it splashing into the water and disappear.
The plane went down very close to the spot where the Miracle on the Hudson jet crashed in 2009. Federal investigators are still trying to determine what caused this most recent plane to crash. An update now on that naval jet crash off the coast of North Carolina. The Navy says all 4 crew members who were injured in the incident have all been released from the hospital. The Navy says the pilots were doing a routine training exercise off of Cape Hatteras Thursday when they crashed. The Navy is still investigating what they're calling an in-flight mishap. And as you well know, NBC Charlotte is your Olympic station as we count down to the Summer Games in Rio de Janeiro. We are just 69 days away from the opening ceremonies. Those ceremonies begin on August 5th. And with Zika on the minds of athletes traveling to the Games today, the World Health Organization said there is no need to postpone or cancel the Rio Olympics over concerns about the mosquito-borne virus. The WHO's response came a day after 150 health experts issued an open letter to the United Nations Health Agency calling for the Games to be delayed or relocated in the name of public health.
This virus is already moving, and efforts to ban the movement or restrict the movement of 500,000 people to one area, which at that time will have a relatively low level of transmission of Zika, is not going to make a difference to the movement of this virus internationally.
Olympic Games have never been moved from their host city due to any medical concerns. And new at 6 o'clock, one child is fighting for his life after lightning strikes during a birthday party at a Paris park. This is video of the aftermath as visitors actually ran for cover. In all, officials say 11 people were injured, including 8 children. An off-duty fireman was first on the scene, jumping into action, and he started aiding the victims. Closer to home, in just the last couple of hours, tropical depression number 2 is now turning into tropical storm Bonnie. You can hear that. You already hear the wind and the rough surf out there. This is in the Charleston area. Of course, our Sarah Fortner has been busy in the First Warn Storm Center tracking this Storm 2 that is now Tropical Storm Bonnie.
We were thinking it was going to develop into a tropical storm sometime today, and then at the 5 p.m. release, there you have it. The storm became named. So here we have Bonnie. Let's get right into the track. And the latest stats does have a low pressure of 1,008 millibars and northwest movement at 10 miles per hour. So once again, it's slowed down. Remember last night when I was tracking this, it was moving towards the northwest at about 13 or 14 miles per hour. Well, now it's slowed down, so it's really going to make a rainy situation for Charleston into the evening. But, you know, I've had some friends, and of course, Brad Panovich is down there. I think they're going to get a break in the sky come Sunday. But what does that mean for our area? Now, we do have a tropical storm warning along the South Carolina coast that goes until Monday at 5 p.m. Here is the track expected to make landfall tomorrow sometime before 2 p.m. with winds at 40 miles per hour, keeping it a tropical storm. Now let's fast forward to Tuesday at 2 p.m. We have winds expected to be 35 miles per hour, which then downgrades it to a tropical depression. But you will see that we're going to get the impact of this system in the next 2 days. Let's talk about it. Mostly cloudy conditions starting tomorrow morning, but by the afternoon, rain bands will start to move their way into the Piedmont. Fast forward to Sunday night, a lot of concerns for the Coca-Cola 600. And yes, there is a chance for rain. At this point on Sunday night into Monday, we will see this system downgrade once it makes landfall. It kind of loses a lot of its fuel. Fast forward to Monday, and some of these bands will still be impacting the Piedmont with a chance again for scattered showers on your Memorial Day. Okay, so let's talk about how much rain we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get as much rain as the coast or even the eastern part of North Carolina. Let's take a look at our totals. Anywhere from ½ an inch to maybe an inch. Some of these models I think are downplaying it, but here's the deal. They're going to come through as bands. It's not going to be a widespread washout all day long. So while we may get maybe ¼ of an inch, places like Albemarle may get 1/3, whereas Wadesboro could get closer to an inch. In the mountains, well, their opportunity for heavy rain is pretty unlikely. 80 tomorrow at the Coca-Cola 600, 60% chance for rain, pockets of storms possible. Last night I had a 70% chance for rain. Tonight I have a 60%. That we decrease the rain chance, but it's still there for the race tomorrow. 82 out tonight. It is mild and muggy out there. It was beautiful. And look at these temperatures this evening in the mountains, the 50s. Mid to low 60s in the Piedmont and Metro with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. And yes, a slight chance for rain, but I think the bulk of the rain really getting here tomorrow morning. There is your extended forecast. The increased rain chance there Sunday tomorrow, 70%, leaving a 30% chance on your Memorial Day. Hey, we're going to hear from Kelsey Riggs coming up. She is out at the track. We'll talk to her soon.
Beth is not just a newscaster. She's someone who brings a wealth of experience to this job. She brings a compassion, a human element that I think is missing from a lot of what we see in local news. And she cares about getting it right, but she also cares about the feeling that you are left with when you watch that story. What makes her good at what she does is that she is authentic. What you see is what you get.
Beth and Fred at 6 and 11 on NBC Charlotte.
At the Joseph A. Bank Memorial Day sale, all suits and sport coats are on sale. Plus, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on most everything else in the store. Plus, suit specials for $199. And take an extra 50% off clearance. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Thanks for the ride around Norfolk. And I just wanted to say, Geico is proud to have served the military for over 75 years.
Roger that. Captain's waiting to give you a tour of the Wisconsin now.
Could have parked a little bit closer. It's going to be dark by the time I get there.
Geico, proudly serving the military for over 75 years.
This sensation salad is so good. It's like change your life good. You have your own late night show?
And we are back. We're back with Sarah. Sarah, I'd like you to meet Liam. Liam and his lemur.
Life-changing? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely. The Sensation Salad is back. Chicken fingers, crispy wonton strips, Asian slaw, honey sesame sauce, and a veggie egg roll. Only at Zaxby's.
You won't find a better deal on the new Nissan of your choice than at East Charlotte Nissan. During our springtime sales event, drive home in a brand new 2016 Rogue for just $19,700. Choose from the largest selection and get the one you really want for only $139 a month. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Nobody in the Carolinas will save you more.
East Charlotte Nissan. You won't get it anywhere else.
I love all the windows.
I think we envisioned it to be a space where we could gather together as a family.
This is a room they want to use all the time. They need things that are durable and stylish.
I love this one.
These shelves are great.
So what do you think?
That's beautiful.
I do not feel that we could have made the decisions without the help of Bassett. Now I want to do another room.
Slip into summer with Bassett. Take 25% off store-wide, plus get special financing. Bassett's Memorial Day sale ends Monday.
At the Joseph A. Bank Memorial Day sale, all suits and sport coats are on sale. Plus, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free on most everything else in the store. Plus, suit specials for $199. And take an extra 50% off clearance. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Welcome out to Charlotte Motor Speedway, where the Xfinity race just wrapped up, and man, was it an exciting finish out here. Denny Hamlin in the Hisense car wins the Hisense 300. Now let's take a look at these highlights, show you how it all happened. A great day for racing here in the Queen City. Eric Jones started off on the pole, but this race began with more caution laps than green flag racing. 25 laps in, we've already had one caution. There's another. With fluid on the track, Eric Jones and Daniel Suarez get into trouble. Check out the number 19 there. Cannot keep it under control. A pretty big mess. Surprisingly, no one goes to the garage. Lap 62, Ryan Reed. His left rear tire goes flat in turn 4. That brings out another caution as the 16th spins, goes for a wild ride, and we are back under yellow flag at Charlotte. Late in the race, things get interesting. Looks like a flashback to last week's All-Star race. Kyle Larson and Joey Logano going head-to-head. Larson takes the lead, but with a lap to go, there is another caution. Not what the 42 wanted, so that makes it a sprint to the finish off the restart. And on the final lap, Denny Hamlin goes high. He gets a run on Joey Logano to take the lead and hangs on to it from there. In the Hisense car, Denny Hamlin wins the Hisense 300.
It was great. I mean, obviously, it was very exciting from my standpoint, but, you know, I knew we had tires, and I knew it was very critical for us to start on the outside line on that restart. That allowed me to go to the third groove through 1 and 2 and pick up a lot of spots. So I was optimistic once we saw where we came out on pit lane that we could win it, and we did.
So with the Xfinity race complete, we are now looking forward to the Coca-Cola 600. That's tomorrow, and Carl Edwards will try to defend his title there. He is the reigning champ here this year. Edwards will have to work his way back to the top spot, though. He starts 9th in tomorrow's big race. This week, he has tried not to focus too hard on what he did last year, but he does say he is pretty proud to have run a race here at Charlotte. It's also a big weekend here for newly selected Hall of Famer Mark Martin. He was on stage today during driver introductions. Tomorrow, he'll drive the pace car for the 600, but this weekend also marks a special return to the racetracks for one of NASCAR's legends.
It's really cool to be back. This is my first race that I've been to since Homestead 2013 when I hung up the helmet, and it really feels cool to be back and to be a part of this.
So tomorrow's race is scheduled for 6 o'clock. We are hoping that Mother Nature cooperates with us. The track released a statement saying they won't make any changes until tomorrow if that is needed, but they are going to do everything that they can to get this race in tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Kelsey. Now, of course, we want to make sure the weather is okay,
Yes.
but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I decreased the rain chance for the race tomorrow, but it's still there at 60%. Scattered showers throughout your day. Then again, Monday morning, some rain will clear out, though, to maybe fire up the grill on Monday night.
So we're keeping our fingers crossed. I know the track's going to try to do everything that they can. Stay with us. We'll be back here at 11 o'clock tonight. Right now, NBC Nightly News is next.
See ya.